Yeah, g'day, Stephen O'Keefe Builders. We're just here at a job we're doing in Japan Street, and I've got David Adji Hunt with me, local identity in the education system, and also wasn't too bad on the cricket field from what they tell us.
We won't go there.
Yes, now Adj, we're in. We're just about. We're not far away from ready for plaster on the job here.
Yep.
And we've sort of finished demolishing all we need to demolish at this stage, I hope. And we're sort of into full construction now. So how have you found the whole process so far?
Well, it's certainly been really interesting for my wife and I, for Suey and I, to see how Steve goes about his work. It certainly was challenging because it was a very old place, and you're never quite sure what you're going to find between those walls. And so Steve did a great job to be able to sort of go through the demolition stage and the getting ready stage, and we're getting to a stage now where all the frames are up now, and he's worked through all that, and we've cleaned the place up, and we're sort of in the last or the second stage of the build now, and we're certainly looking forward to what goes from here. But as far as we're concerned, Steve's done a fantastic job at this stage to work us through and explain to us how difficult the early part of the build was, and to get to this stage now where we can see what's happening here. Now we can actually see where things are going to be at this stage.
So, is there anybody sort of considering, building or renovating? Is there any advice you can give to people from what you've experienced so far?
Advice? Well, I'm not too sure what sort of advice. Sue and I, we hadn't sort of done this process before because we've lived in the one house for over 30 years, and so probably the advice would be to maybe find a builder that you're comfortable with. And we sort of work with Steve on the recommendation where Steve did a build for my daughter and her husband, and they were very impressed with Steve's work there. And so we got Steve involved early on to talk about what the process might be for us, and we were very comfortable with Steve. And so my advice would be to have a close sort of working relationship, looking at your communications levels with your builder, and he's talked us through all the stages, and it's certainly made it a hell of a lot easier for us to understand what the process has been and what decisions that we have to make along the way. So we're very comfortable with that, and that would be my advice. Get a builder that you're very happy with to work with.
Thanks, Adj.
Yeah.
What's been the most challenging thing for you throughout the whole process, as far as the build, or all the work leading up to the build?
The most challenging process for us is probably being able to have an understanding of where things are going to be and how it's going to look, because it's hard for us if you're not used to the process of being able to look at a plan and then look at it on the site to think, where does this go? How does this go? How are they going to do that? And it is hard to formulate in your own mind how things are actually going to look. And then, it's been really good with Steve. He said, this is going to go here, go here, go here. And you still don't see that unless you've been involved in the industry for some time. You still don't see that until probably the framework starts to go up, and you think, okay, it sort of makes sense to us now. But no, all good at this stage.
No worries, Adj. How would you like to take everyone for a bit of a tour around the house, Adj?
Yeah, righto. Come on, let's go. So if we have a look at what we're looking at doing through here, if we walk through here. This is going to be our main bedroom and ensuite here, so you can see where we have the big windows here facing the north there, so hopefully some lot of sunlight will get in through here. And so that's the bedroom through here. We are looking forward to having a big built-in robe in here. which will give us plenty of storage space, which we've never had before, so we're certainly looking forward to that. And as we move further down here, we go into the ensuite here, where we have the bath and the shower, and the vanity will be along this wall here. So it's quite a sizable ensuite with bedroom, walk-in robe, and the ensuite down here. So we're looking forward to that all taking place, and getting a couple of sort of little skylights on the roof here, just to let a little bit more light in through this part of the house. When we go back out here and we go through the door through here again, this is the area of the renovation in the house that we'll spend most of our time in. This is the living area, and you can probably see from that it's very, very open and bright. We have the living area over here. We're having a large horizontal heater, gas heater will go in through this area here, and we've got a TV over here on this wall here, and this is going to be the kitchen area, the bench along here, and over here will be the island bench here and the bench over there with the gas ovens too. We have 2 ovens over here, through here, and storage through there. And if we go further in through here, along to here, we have the pantry, walk-in pantry there, which is quite a big size here, and hopefully be able to store all our kitchen utensils and foods and that in through here. And if we look over to here, we have sliding stack of doors right through here, and that leads out into a living, just an outdoor undercover living area out here when we finish that through there. So there'll be lots of light, and this is probably the area where we'll spend most of our time in the house. And you can see in a slight little view over there, we have the fence there. We'll have a fence that needs to be rendered, and we'll have slats that'll go through there later on, and a little bit of garden probably along that wall, and maybe some fake grass to be put in just on the edges out there, just to add a little bit of greenery to the house system there. We go through here. We're looking at, and on our right here, we have bedroom number 2 down here. You can see through there quite large sized windows as well, looking out there to the west into Japan Street there, and a good sized bedroom through there. We have another bathroom through here, so we'll have 2 bathrooms and 2 toilets through here, that sort of in the middle of bedroom number 2, and the other bedroom number 3, which is down here, again with those large windows facing the west that let a lot of light in and a bit of sun in later in the day. We're looking forward to that. And we have down here, we have some stairs that will lead out to the garage, so we'll be able to drive in and walk up the stairs straight into the house, rather than having to go back and around and coming in through the living area, which will be very handy, particularly if it's wet. That's it through there.